Hey everybody, happy Wednesday to everybody. Your boy is back and got a new interview with you guys. And it's gonna be with Issa Marina. I know a lot of you guys are not in yet, are about to come in the room right now. Hey Lamar, hey Chris. I see y'all. So we're gonna wait till Issa comes in and then we're gonna start this interview. Hey Alan. Alright. Let's try and get Issa to come on here. Thank you. Had rock the Phoenix shirt right there. Alrighty, so I see you. Let's get it going. Hey, Issa, just send me that request and we'll come bring you on. Okay, there you go. All right. Hey,
Yay, we're here.
we're back, you guys.
Let me put my volume up. Let me get it together, honey.
Yeah, because we ready.
Oh, I'm so happy to be back. You know, I love to interview with you.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
I do.
All right, everybody. If you guys don't know who my special guest is, she's a friend of the show and she's my personal good friend. This is Issa Marina down here, who you guys see. And Issa, even though this may be the first time people may see you, a lot of people probably already know who you are. Hi, Miss Stevie, we see you. Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody, Issa?
Hello, my name is Issa Marina. I'm a Latin pop R&B singer-songwriter. I just released 2 new singles, Without You and Dangerous, with another one to come. So I'm here today to chat more about my new singles and answer your questions.
That's right. Because this was really a second interview we've done. She's the first female. She's the first female that I've interviewed. That this is part two of our interview.
Yes. Wow. Okay. I feel special.
Like, you're the first female to come on the K2 spot twice.
Yes. And I still remember when you did a YouTube review of my
Take it slow.
second EP way
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of you guys may know her face because she was on TRL. She had a song "Take It Slow," which you guys showed her lots of love on.
Yes, you guys really did. That was a special moment. Like, yes, you've been there since really the beginning.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And like she said, she has two songs out. One song's called "Without You," and the other one's called "Dangerous."
Mm-hmm.
So which song do you want to start with first?
Let's start with Dangerous because that one came out first.
Okay.
So Dangerous is definitely taking it back to my roots with the ballads. You know, I love a ballad. Take It Slow was a ballad, and that's just what I love to hear growing up, what I love to sing growing up. But it's a modern take on it, so it's a little bit more up tempo. But Dangerous is about when you get into a relationship or you meet someone or you're dating someone that really like takes your breath away, you're really taken by those emotions and how they make you feel, and just really expressing that, because it's like, okay, we've done enough songs about the heartbreak up until this point, and we was just really in an up tempo upbeat mood with my previous singles, Paid Up and Down. So I kind of wanted to bring it back to the love, and Dangerous was really that for me. And just to play around with my range, definitely use the whistle register on there, but definitely use a lot of my lower tones, a lot of harmonies, the alto, the mezzo. So
Mm-hmm.
we were trying to eat with that one. So that, I really do love that single.
That song, I love that song. That one's gotten a lot of feedback when we put it on our Instagram stories. You and I,
Mm.
from my end, I got a lot of love from that
Oh
song.
wow, that makes me happy. I'm really glad you guys are liking it. Like that's one song too that I recorded that in 2019, believe it or not. I recorded Without You and Dangerous in 2019. They were supposed to be a part of an EP, but of course COVID happened. There
Yep.
was a lot of back and forth. The people that I was working with back then, you know, were not working anymore. And it was just like one of those situations that was just like a whirlwind. And it was like, oh my God, I have all these songs. How, you know, and now it's like all me. How am I going to do this? So I really took the time to figure it out, and just, you know, I was able to figure it out and come across the right people to help me out with certain aspects of it. And we made it happen. And now you guys are hearing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As you guys, somebody could record a song that could be about 3 years old and look what
Yeah.
it can be.
Yeah. I mean, if a song is good, it's good. Even with Dangerous, actually, I re-recorded it in, I believe it was in 2021 at some point, maybe 2022, because I was just like, wait, like my voice has changed so much since then. I have so much more ideas. I'm more confident in myself. That's the other thing too. Like sometimes when you revisit older songs, it's like, oh my gosh, like wait, no, like I want to redo this because I know I could do so much better, and I want my audience to hear that. I want people to really enjoy it even more because now I'm in a better place.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really dope to be able to do that song justice because it really deserved it. And I was able to collaborate with an amazing songwriter, Chandra Rhyme, and I wrote, oh my gosh, I wrote all of my new songs with her. Down, Tidal Wave, Paid Up, Dangerous, and Without You. She is an amazing collaborator and singer-songwriter as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been on Issa's live too on her end, and trust me,
Yeah.
talk about that. I remember the last time we taught each other because people forget that we've been friends for a while. Even if
We
we
have.
interviewing each other, we were still keeping in touch. So that's a good thing for you guys to know. Now,
Yes.
talk about the music. What else has been going on with you? Anything new that you want to share or give an exclusive on that you can really talk about?
Oh, for sure. Well, Without You came out shortly after Dangerous, and that's kind of about that opposite of Motion that Dangerous was about. So Dangerous is about, you know, being really in that first phase, right? The honeymoon, you're in love, you're like, oh my God, all these emotions. Without You is kind of like what can happen if it doesn't work out, or if that person kind of flips on you, or things just, that it's just life. Sometimes things just don't work out. And what emotions do you feel with that? Like sometimes you don't even necessarily feel super heartbroken. It's kind of like, wait a minute. Like I invested all of this time and I did all of these things for you and I was really open with you. You gonna play me like that? So that's what Without You is about. And kind of like also kind of mourning that loss of a best friend. Because when you're that close to someone romantically, that's like your best friend at that point. And so how does that feel? Right? Because it's not all just about the love of the relationship. It's about the trust, the bond that's built, what's been shared, and the actual friendship as a foundation. And with that song, I really lived in the mezzo alto portion of my range, and it was really nice to showcase that because it took me real back to my R&B roots, the R&B that I grew up listening to in the 90s, and really play around with different harmonies, different types of ad-libs that are in harmony as well, like little touches here that really gave it that like, ooh, okay. So I really love Without You, just to be able to show the flip side of that story in a more matter-of-fact way, not necessarily like boohoo crying, oh my God, you left me, or whatever, or even being super harsh or mean, but more in a way of understanding, like, wait a second, who else has been by your side when you didn't even know you? That was me. Excuse me. So yeah, I really love Without You. And of course, you guys know I love to put out my songs like surprises, like, oh, surprise. So
Yeah, you do.
there's definitely more new music coming extremely soon. And it will definitely be a lot more music in Spanglish and in Spanish as well. That's why before even getting to that part, I really wanted to get back to the roots, get back to the reasons why a lot of people have found me, and showcase, more of the ballads, more of the R&B, because I do want to put, a little bit more of a focus on my Latin American roots and singing in Spanish, in Spanglish, and other languages. Because I have an operatic background, so I used to sing a lot in Italian, in Spanish, in German, in French. So I'm not saying I'm about to put a whole album in all of these different languages, but being able to
Taste.
explore like the versatility, like, hey, by the way, we can do these other things too, and you can still enjoy it because the message is still going to come across. And I've been able to work with amazing collaborators. And shout out to, you know, even though we went through a tough time of it with the lockdown and all of that, it forced me to collaborate with a lot of people outside of my comfort zone that aren't necessarily even in the United States. I collaborated with a lot of people in Mexico, a lot of people just overseas, and having that opportunity because of the internet, thank you internet, and being able to create such amazing work. So not even being stuck to the confines of just, you know, your immediate area. Like it really forced me to like put myself out there and explore, and I was able to collaborate with amazing people for these new songs.
That's good. Do you see yourself doing visuals and maybe telling the story throughout your whole for the next project?
Yes, for sure. Like definitely I want to like go back to like the No Gray days. You know, that music video was super elaborate. The video for Good For Me. And I definitely want to put out some new music videos, especially for an upcoming body of work. And really like make it a movie. But you know, that will come with the development of that project. But that's a given. You guys are gonna get some kind of visual, whether it's a visualizer. You know me, I always try to put like I love making content. As much as it gives me a headache sometimes, I love making content, whether it's a visualizer, a reel, some sort of more visual lyric video, something like in between. But of course an elaborate music video, that's in the works. That's in the thoughts.
Okay. I'm gonna give a shameless shout out to You Know I Got Soul, because that's how she and I became friends, from going on their blog, and they had reviewed your EP. Well, they did a online. You know, they did their. But I did the video one, so that way you guys.
Yeah. You did. Oh my goodness. No, definitely. And then this is another thing too with these recent releases. I really wanted to make sure I went back to all of the platforms that have been supporting me from the beginning. There's one right now, News for People _ you.
Hey,
Singer's Room, You Know I Got Soul, because I mean those are the platforms that really support indie artists. Of course, like I'm grateful. I love, like, you know, like, oh my God, we're on these people. But it's like it's good to go back to who's been there from day one. Show them love too. Help them expand, because you've all helped me expand.
Exactly. And a shameless plug to my sister, my online sister, Miss Stevie, right there, who was on. You saw Stevie, and she interviews a lot of great people, and you'd be great on her show.
Well, let me know.
Oh, I hit Stevie, you know I put you up on this, so you see.
So I'm just really excited to have these new songs out. I'm happy that they're finally out. You know, sometimes we spent a lot of time going back and forth, like, is this good enough? Is this perfect enough? And I really had to come to the realization, like, okay, put it out. Okay, put it out. This is good enough. Yeah, and whoever's supposed to find it is gonna find it.
Exactly.
And that's it. And I've been really grateful for the amazing reception and just chatting with all of these different platforms, and it's an exciting time. Yeah.
Sure. Now let's talk about, because you know the last time I saw you, you had just dark black hair. Now you rocking red. He thought the red hair. We see the red.
Let's speak on the red. Oh my goodness. What to say? For sure, I needed a change. We love the black, but I needed a change. And also, like I mentioned earlier, because everything is tied into each other, I was finally feeling like I knew myself now as an artist. A lot of the time before, and I feel like this happens to most people in general, we will dress or adjust ourselves or mold ourselves according to what someone else's vision of us is. And I found myself that I was doing that a lot. Even though I could have looked nice, it wasn't fully me. So obviously, like in having, you know, like a lot of reflection and understanding myself more and coming into my own, I was just like, now wait a second, like I have this fiery personality. I you know, very matter of fact. Like my music is very much so about women empowerment, about talking openly about love and relationships. Like I'm very open with my audience about who I am and my family. Like I want to reflect that on the outside. I want to look how I want to look. And I've always loved red hair, so I was like, I guess we're gonna try the red hair. So shout out to my hairdresser. She made it happen, and it came out wonderful, thank God. And I love it. I really do love it. And I feel like it's extremely reflective of where I'm at right now. I'm just very excited to share new music, new content, feeling very much so alive. Thank you, God. And just wanting to share that excitement and that positive, fiery energy with everyone and my audience. Yeah.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, you know, with me, everything's a little more extra. It's like, wait, it's not just because of the color. It's like a whole shebang.
Hey, now, what is your family, like your parents and everybody, like siblings, like just the whole family, think about the new look and the new sound and everything that you've been doing lately?
Well, I hope they like it. I think my mom is actually on the live listening. But they've always been super supportive, which I'm extremely grateful for. Even when I've gone through the best of times. Yeah. Even when I've gone through the best of times and the worst of times, you know, I could always count on my family to be there to encourage me. And, you know, even with this whole journey with just really figuring things out on my own for my career, my mom was like, you know, this is your gift. This is your voice. This is your path. Figure it out. Like, don't let people, you know, kind of like put you down or keep you down here or feel like you have to give up. Find another path. And so, you know, obviously there are certain things like, you know, a mom is a mom. If you post a picture that's too, you know, a little too much, she'll be like, now why did you put, but they understand. They understand. They're always supportive. So I'm really grateful for that.
That's good. Shout out to everybody in the comments. We see you guys.
Yes, you guys are active tonight.
Yeah, I'm very surprised they are too.
Y'all are not playing this evening.
They're showing both of us love.
No.
And for the record, while we're talking, make sure you follow me at KTookes85. You follow my girl. I am Issa Marina. Make sure you're doing that right after you see this, or maybe, you know, push on the top right there while you still watch us and still follow us both.
Yes, follow. Come on, guys.
Now, while we talked about the music and everything, and I know we talked about this in the first interview we did almost years ago. Who are some of the influences now with the new sound? Who you've been listening to, or who kind of really made you feel more like, okay, I'm Issa. I feel their influences in my music, and I have to make sure I pay them homage.
I would say, I mean, she was always an influence, but I would say now more than ever, especially with vocal technique, definitely Aaliyah, especially with the vocal harmonies. Those vocal harmonies on Without You, that was all Aaliyah vibes. And with the new single coming out, that was for sure Mariah Carey vibes, or is for sure, because you guys will hear it. Like definitely playing around with my voice a lot, not just sticking to what I'm used to or the status quo, definitely challenging myself. And then for sure, just overall, and if you can watch her Amazon documentary, for sure, check her out. Nati Natasha, she's a reggaeton artist. She's amazing. And just her story, what she went through, and she started her career later in life. And just what she went through as a person, as an artist, kind of having to stop and start over and stop and start over, and then finally finding her path and experiencing this amazing success, but also experiencing the personal setbacks that we all may experience. She was a huge influence, just her overall story, because it gave me motivation to keep going, number one. But then also, number two, she experiments a lot with different sounds that are not just reggaeton, that are more pop, that are more, you know, soca vibes and things like that. And so it gave me like kind of that encouragement to be like, why don't you incorporate, you know, even more, like diversify even more, play around a little bit more, and have fun, big upping yourself in your own song. So like with Paid Up, for example, I would say those are my three core influences that are easily heard, like they come across. in the new songs that have come out and those that are coming.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would have never thought that.
Gotta
I hear it now that you said it.
yeah,
I
but
took it in Mariah Carey influences.
mm-hmm.
But that's good because you know it's good for like your audience to know that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely like even more so lately, I have a feeling like the newer stuff, definitely that salsa influence. I love salsa from the 70s since I was a kid.
Hmm.
I love it even more now, but I find myself listening to it even more so now. So I already know like there's gonna be bits of that Celia Cruz vibe,
Okay.
Hector Lavoe that's gonna come through in the stuff that I'm looking to record pretty soon as well. So I'm excited about that because that's a totally different side of me that I
Okay.
don't think, I've been able to show fully in my songs, and I'm excited to show it.
Now I'm gonna ask this question: Who would
Mm.
dream collaborations like for the upcoming project? Who would you like to have on your like the dream collaborators or like the artists or so that you would love to do songs with?
Oh, okay. So I'm
It
gonna.
project
Ooh,
type of future. It could be like now and current and like future projects. Who would you want to put collaborate with?
if Robin Rihanna Fenty is working on her album some way, somehow. She's probably working on tracks or recording something. I would love to write for her. Even more so than just feature. Like, of course, I would love to feature, but I would love to write for her and like spend time with her, like putting together a song and like just vocal producing a track for her, like on the music, like very much so musical side, like the actual creation of a track. I would love to do that with her. I would for sure love to collaborate in some way with Mariah Carey. Like it has to happen. Like I know she just put out that track with Lotto, and I was just like, oh, okay. I need to manifest this.
Really good.
Yes, I was like, I need to manifest this. I need this. I would love to do that. Oh my goodness. There are so many. There's a lot of artists in the UK that I would love to collaborate with, like house music artists like KDB, Anne Marie. Oh my goodness. I would love to do an R&B track with Queen Naija. I think that would be really cool. Like an
Yep.
R&B Latin track. That would be really dope. And like I love YouTube. I don't know who else is a YouTube head here. Like I do vlogs, but I also love watching vlogs. I've been watching Queen Naija vlogging on YouTube since the
Mhm.
Red Couch day.
I remember that too.
So it's just like that would be really dope. Oh my goodness. Doja Cat is a huge that would be amazing to do a track with her from scratch. Like to just because like these are people that I know like they like to write, they like to take the time to put into their songs as well. So to be able to like sit down, like let's write, let's vocal produce, let's record, like it would be such an amazing and like enriching experience.
Okay. You got in the comments saying V Brown, my friend V Brown. I don't know if you've seen that. See me
I see it now.
me interview
Oh, I see him.
and his album that's out right now.
Oh, okay. Shout out to you and the new album. Congratulations.
Yeah, and then you got another artist he's a songwriter, and his name Ashley Scott.
Okay, I see him there. Hi.
You see my sister Miss C would say style by Stevie underscore daytime. That's what
Yes.
Miss Stevie.
Okay. We definitely have to connect.
I put you through that one. I gave you that one.
Mhm.
Shameless plug if it happens. Okay, now what else do we see ourselves? I know I asked you this before on part
Mm.
one of the interview we did almost 2 years ago. We ain't gonna say that long, but it's out there. What else do you see yourself doing? Do we see the acting yet, or are we still trying to focus on music, maybe producing with other artists?
Definitely the acting and songwriting for other artists. In the beginning of my career, I used to songwrite a lot for other artists. But with songwriting, it's that kind of thing where it's like either things get picked up or they don't.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of platforms now like Sound Better where you can basically write for other people, quick, easy transaction, and get to do that. And other artists that are on here, definitely tap into Sound Better, to Fiverr, whether you're looking for freelancers or people to help you with your work, or you're looking to help others with their work. Like obviously everything is paid, but you know, just a little pointer out there. But I'm definitely looking to songwrite for other people, definitely getting my ideas together for an album, and shows are coming up, of course, God willing. And so I will definitely post those dates when they're finalized. But yeah, like, you know, I'm always working on something.
It's always working on something, you guys.
I'm always working on
Always,
something. So
always.
you guys will hear about it. I don't like to put details out before things are set in stone.
Till this, yeah, exactly. Till this written is stone.
Yeah.
Written.
Once it's set in stone, I will let you guys know.
Exactly. If I ask questions, why don't we ask the audience? Anybody in the comments you want to ask Issa a question? Feel free to ask your question.
Let us know. Let's see.
We definitely want to hear what you guys That way it gives you guys a minute or two to write them questions down. I know you guys want to ask those questions. You can write in the comment or in the bookmark, so don't be afraid, you all.
Yeah, I had to get my little tea.
Nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good that you're back on.
I know. I knew when I put out Without You, I was like, okay, whew, because you know it's a whirlwind when you release things, and like I'm the one posting everything, but also actually making the things that you guys are seeing posted and editing and sending out newsletters. I was like, okay, whew, let me get in touch with everybody who I want to interview with, and I was like, okay, I gotta let him know. That was like literally on my mind for like 2 good weeks. Like, okay, I gotta sit down and do this, and
Yeah.
I'm happy that we were able to connect and make it happen.
Yeah, because I went on her live and I was on her live in the comments and she didn't know that. So
yeah.
you got a question. Do you see yourself acting or producing? Well, she kind of answered that, but you could go ahead if you want to re-answer that question.
I definitely see myself acting. Definitely have been looking more into that as well, like formally. And I think for me, like, you know, just learning where I fit in or what I want to try, what kind of role. So, you know, starting off small. And I will definitely make it known when something is set in stone. So acting for sure. Producing, I'm not sure yet, but I know that that's going to happen just because I have a natural knack for coming up with melodies.
Mm-hmm.
And for constructing things. I'm actually doing a workshop just to get reacquainted with the piano. I kind of like started and stopped years ago. And when I say years ago, I mean like over 10 years ago. And I was like, okay, let me actually like sit down to get a handle on this so that I could produce, you know, because I don't believe in just grabbing a computer and like, oh, you're just going to produce. Like, I feel like you should know the instrument so you can actually make something from scratch and play around with it a bit more. So for sure, both of those things. Yes.
Anybody else has a question they want to ask Issa?
Let the girlies know.
Ask her question. Even if a lot of you who are following her, you still have a question that you never really had a chance to ask her, you can ask her right now. The time to do it right now. Don't be afraid, you guys. Now, when you say you had you've written songs, is there anybody that we know, maybe like
Oh
independently?
yeah, there's 2 people. I've written songs for, but these were just, you know, pitching them for Tinashe and for Justine Skye. This was years ago. This was, I believe, I want to say 2015. It was 2015 or 16. I think maybe 2015. So they're somewhere. I mean, they're somewhere out there, but you know, but that's the kind of thing that depends if the artist wants it or someone else wants it later. I mean, I've seen things happen for people where a song they wrote like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it didn't get picked up, and then randomly it gets picked up. Who knows? But yeah, it was a fun experience. So that was like my first time really like writing, other than myself, for like people that were like, huge. Like at that point, like that was like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa, I'm kind of nervous. And I remember I had to like really rush and get it out because they needed like it was being pitched like I think they had like a individually that week they had studio sessions in the area, and I just had to get it out quickly. It was a whirlwind. I basically had to write it. I was in my cubicle writing my little notebook. I remember that. Rushed to the studio, recorded because at that point I didn't have any equipment at home, and then send it out and hope for the best. Yeah, but it was all in all, it was a test for me to really put, you know,
Your
your
creativity.
songwriting to the test and my creativity to the test. Like, can you come up with something quick? Like, you know, just boom, right there. Like, not for you, because you got to think about their style and what they like too. Like, have that in mind, because it's
Okay.
not just about you at that point. So, those two, and I love them both. I feel like they, you know, they need to get more. They deserve more credit than they get. They're both amazing.
Yeah, because I can see you writing for those ladies.
Yeah. They're both amazing. I love Tinashe and Justine Sky. Yeah.
Especially mixtape days, the mixtape,
Oh my gosh. Yes.
especially
Yes.
Black Water was my project right there.
I love that one. What was it? What was the other one that she said? The first one, In Case We Die. Wow, I used to be crazy with that mixtape. Like I bumped that.
Myself and one of my best friends, Phil, we love that project. We were going crazy over that one. Oh my goodness.
It's so good, and it's a testament, like to again what I was saying earlier, that sometimes you just got to figure out your path. Like
Mm-hmm.
even now, she's been able, even upon leaving RCA, like really mastered her path, and
Yeah.
she's doing amazing. I
And,
mean,
and you know, she even saw my review of Blackwater, and she even commented saying that she loved it.
oh wow, period,
So
period.
tonight, coming on, so we can get this going. So
Yeah.
we're gonna put Rihanna, Mariah Carey. Issa would like to work with y'all. I'm just doing a shameless plug. I'm just saying. You know, baby soon, so we know how that process can be.
Mm-hmm.
And we know Mariah's working on her project right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. If I could get a writing credit on a Mariah project, like I'd be happy forever. Like
Anybody
literally.
Mariah in the comments, hit her up, send her this live.
Oh my goodness.
Because you know eventually somebody knows somebody.
That's so true.
Anybody else have a question for Issa?
I think they're good on the
Hey,
question.
good on the questions. That's the first we've actually had that. That's the first.
You want to know why? Because I talk so damn much. I probably
Oh, you
answered all the
fine.
questions
No,
they could have.
no, that's all good. No, that's why we could do part 3 next time.
Yes. We got the part 3 coming up.
We got that part 3 coming up soon. We ain't gonna tell y'all. We'll just surprise
Mm-hmm.
y'all. But anything else you want to plug up or like promote? Any like website, social media, anything you want to promote?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Thank you guys for being here with us tonight. Again, my name is Issa Marina. You can follow me everywhere on all social media sites. I am Issa Marina. It's right up there. I am ISAMARINA. And I have my new singles, Without You and Dangerous, out right now. If you click on the link in my bio, you can easily find them and listen to them and download them on your preferred platform. New music coming soon, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night.
Mm-hmm. And before we end this, I know we just got a comment saying, "How did you get your start?"
Ooh, how did I get my start? Oh, it's a very layered question, so it's gonna be a long one. So when I was 5 years old, like that's when I really knew, like, okay, I love to sing. Like before that, I used to, like play around and mess around, like I was performing at home. My grandmother, she was in the entertainment industry as well. So I kind of like always had my eyes on it. And I would just, singing in church, chorus groups, choral groups at school, musical theater in high school. And then I studied opera in high school as well. So I would go to, and study opera in the conservatory with a professor. Her name is Mariana Sanchez. She's in the Dominican Republic. And then once I came back to New York, because I was born and raised in New York, went to high school in the Dominican Republic, then came back. I was supposed to go to Juilliard, didn't make it through the second audition, so I ended up going to Pace University. And once I was there, I was just kind of like, okay, how are we going to do this? So I was just auditioning everywhere as much as I could, like TV shows. I mean, I'm telling you, I've done it all.
You done it
TV
all.
shows, plays. I was singing at open mics. I was posting on YouTube. And then I started interning at Capitol Records. And then I was like, oh, you could do this independently, or, oh, there's distribution companies. Like I learned, that's when at that point, that started becoming more of a thing, a little bit more common, the independent artist. And so I started realizing, like, okay, I could do this. So I started connecting with different producers, performing all around New York, eventually doing tours and writing for, just really being on that grind, on that hustle. So that's really how it all started. It was kind of like everything, one thing led to the other. So just having the love for it and then being proactive about it and auditioning, being in choral groups, singing in church, studying opera, and then coming back around and learning the business side and then applying that and just hustling and getting out there to where now, I've learned so much over the course of all of those years, and I've been really able to level up my craft. I still take vocal lessons every 2 weeks to this day, rehearse consistently with my band. Obviously, since COVID, things slow down, but still being, consistent with myself and my craft and going to workshops, working with other creatives that know more so that I can learn more. Because you don't know everything. You don't stop learning and challenging myself. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I know my girl P Wallace, Miramar had asked another question saying, do you have a tour schedule posted? You want to answer that again, Issa?
Yes. So the tour schedule will be coming soon. It's coming soon is what I will say. I like to get things set in stone, but definitely dates that are going to be on the East Coast for sure. Of course, that's taking a little longer because of COVID and making those arrangements, but that's always in the works, and definitely working on just providing more virtual content with me, just performing with my band and singing. So definitely more acoustic videos coming back with the band, more performance lives as well, and definitely more song covers. I always post those usually every so often, but all of that is in the works, and once things are set in stone, it'll be signed, sealed, and delivered, and I will let you guys know.
Exactly. And like she said, Issa said, you can follow her at I am Issa Marina. I know a lot of you guys probably coming in right now while we're getting to the end of it, but that way you guys know. So we will put this, if you missed this live, it will be on my YouTube channel, which will be coming out shortly after we end this. That way you guys had missed the beginning. Maybe you asked a question that maybe we didn't answer. We did maybe answer. Maybe that way we all can see it at the same time. But you can follow her, like I said, I am Issa Marina, and that's ISAMARINA. That's I am Issa Marina. That's her Twitter. That's her Instagram. Twitter and Instagram also at KTookes85, which is KTOOKES, and the number 85, all one word. Just like how I am Issa Marina is all one word. You don't have to space nothing out.
Period.
Subscribe to her YouTube channel. I have everything on YouTube soon. And you will see us again soon, because we will do a part 3. We'll let you guys know when we do that, but we're going to give it some time so that way you guys get the feel of who she is.
Yes.
And even you can watch the first interview we did, which is on my YouTube channel. That way you can, subscribe to my channel, her channel, but also make sure if you want to get, what the scoop is and everything, make sure you push the bell icon. So that way you guys get notification from when you subscribe to my channel and Issa's channel. You know immediately what she's going to drop and what I'm going to drop. So that way. And Issa, thank you so much for coming back on the KTookes spot.
Yay! Thank you for having me. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and thank you.
Well, we love you. Bye.
Bye.